wanted to do a recap of my boat work that I did. I was able to get the boat out on the lake last weekend. Got this new tower that I've just got fitted. I'm going to put on. But I wanted to go over a few of the things that I did improperly and incorrectly, and talk about some of the struggles that I had in putting this outdrive back together. So first thing, you may notice the exhaust bellows are no longer connected. The glue came apart. It's not connected anymore, and it just really demoralized me. Really made me mad. Luckily, it happened when I was at the mechanics, the boat shop that I was getting special gimbal bearing grease for. You need special grease for the gimbal bearing, so I went and got it. And as I was getting it, the mechanic, I noticed that it had fallen off, and the mechanic was there with me with the grease, and I just said, "Oh crap!" You know, the grease or the bellows had fallen off, my exhaust bellows. And he said, "Oh, you're fine. You know, you don't worry about it." I said, "Well, why?" And he said that they actually make shorty exhaust bellows now that don't need to be connected necessarily. He said just to make sure that I trim down and make sure I'm trimmed down, and it should be fine. So I've tied it out on the lake twice since then, and since replacing the bellows, we haven't had any water in the boat, whereas before we would get a little bit of leaking. So it's good. Other than that, I also had a problem with where are my tools at? With the alignment tool. I didn't know exactly how to use the alignment tool. When I put it in, it didn't seem just right, so I just said screw it and tried to put it in anyway, and it turned out working okay. My outdrive was able to go in, and that was kind of an issue. All in all, it took way longer than I expected it to. It took 3 days. I worked most of the day, well, almost 3 days, 2 full days really on it. Saturday, and then Memorial Day weekend on Monday, and then worked on it that next, I think, Tuesday, and then we got it out on the lake Tuesday. So it wasn't easy for me, at least. I made sure to grease all the fittings, and in the end, it was worth, you know, the mechanic quoted me $1,200 to do it. It was worth it for me to do it, to save $1,200. But it was definitely not a simple process for me. But the exhaust bellows, getting them on was quite difficult as well. I was able to work it with the zip tie procedure that I'll show here in the video. Yes, I forgot also to reinstall the hinge pins that are here behind the trim sending unit and the trim limit sensors. I forgot to install the hinge pins, and as I was trying to install them, or as I was trying to put the outdrive back together and the bellows all in, I realized that those weren't tight, and one of them came loose, and it was just a hassle. So I should have kept those installed once I put the outdrive back on. Or excuse me, was it the bell housing that I had off? Anyway, whatever. I think, yeah, the bell housing. I took this off, and the one I should have put it back together once I put it back on. Also, I use heat to get some of the bellows and stuff off, and in using the heat, I damaged the wiring to my shift sending units and trim limit. I think it was trim limit and trim sending units. There's one here and one here. So I damaged this one's wiring with the heat that I used, and I damaged this one because I didn't secure it up and out of the way once I pulled it off. So once you pull it off, you need to secure it out of the way. In the end, I used some bungee cords to secure it. But this has been my experience in putting these things together. I'll post a video, one big video, and then I'll also post a handful of other little tiny segment videos in case somebody's looking to do something individual and specific, like changing the shift cable or whatever. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and thanks.